but kind of leads me into the U.S. and wanted to touch on some U.S. M&A and Maggie, with your brand besito and Sparc. I think there's some acquisition news there. So anything you want to or can talk about and touch on and kind of that experience?
Yeah, we just announced this morning that Sparc has acquired besito, and I will be going with the company and the brand to be the VP of Brand and Marketing over at Sparc. Thrilled about it. They have such an incredible management team, which was, of course, a big consideration for me, especially because I wanted to stay involved. And just so respect not only what they've done, but how they've done it over 2 decades almost. They have really been around in NorCal and serving their communities, reinvesting in their communities. Eric's been leading compassionate care programs for decades. So I'm really thrilled about it. The synergies make perfect sense. They have this incredible biodynamic farm in Sonoma Valley. They manufacture, and of course they have some incredible Sparc dispensaries. So for a brand like mine, and I made the decision 5 years ago not to get a manufacturing license, wanted to stay asset light, did not feel like I needed to own that piece of the supply chain, coming from Pepsi and Starbucks and co-packing not being a dirty word, the way that white label has become in cannabis. Obviously, the way the regulations and the market shook out since, I changed my mind on that and felt like we needed to be vertically integrated for consistent biomass and quality control of our product. And then owning our channel, which is super exciting and a unique position for besito to now have to be part of the Sparc stores. And so I'll be running besito, but also their other awesome brands, Marigold and Farm Direct, and really excited just to, I think about it as CPG, that's my background. And so have a portfolio where we can strategically create brands and products for every segment and corner of the industry. And really, I'm excited about innovation. We've had so many ideas about products we dream of, but very hard to bring them to life with kind of an arm's length transaction. And so there's incredible R&D talent in Sparc, and so just feel like we're poised for a next chapter where we can continue to create great brands and products, but as part of a larger, really smart team with a lot more resources and infrastructure. So I'm seeing that every day now, the M&A. I think that these first few years, we've all figured out what we're great at. And now is the time for synergies across the board and kind of getting with your bigger team as we head towards federal legalization, maybe.
Yeah, certainly. And with besito, you guys are bringing in vapor pens and is it pre-rolls, I believe?
Correct. We have a custom vaporizer. I never thought you'd ask. Here it is. It's hexagonal. It doesn't roll off the table. Super beautiful. And then, we have a little tin of mini joints. Besito means little kiss, and so the idea has always been around intuitive dosing and making an accessible brand that won't kind of send you into outer space if that's not what you signed up for. And of course, with the goal of just bringing more folks into plant medicine and cannabis who otherwise maybe had a bad, brownie experience in college. So lightly dosed.
Yeah, that's great. And then with Marigold and Farm Direct and now besito underneath Sparc, in those brands, mostly flour, right? Flour and pre-roll. Is there like edibles? No beverages quite yet,
Marigold,
right?
Marigold has just launched a gummy.
Okay.
So, yes, is the answer.
Yeah,
I think flour forward, of course, with that amazing farm, that's a no-brainer. But especially using the data that we have at the store level, and doing consumer research, we definitely want to cover all the categories. And I came from beverage, Pepsi and Starbucks, and so when I started Besito, actually, I had a beverage hypothesis. Of course, there was no infrastructure for it, so I pivoted away from that, but absolutely still, of course, believe in the opportunity, and it's where my skill set lies, and so would not be surprised to see beverage come up as well.
And is the strategy, like so many companies these days, kind of be a CPG brand and a retail arm, and then still continuing to sell products like Besito through other retailers, or is it going strictly to Sparc and that would be the only place you could get it going forward?
Exactly. It's both. Obviously, to your first point, utilizing the power of the vertical nature makes perfect sense, and it's an incredible way that we can build consumer and brand loyalty. You are where you sell, right? And I've had no control over that as Besito, but now with Sparc, we are where we sell, and we can control that touch point end to end for the consumer and really create that loyalty over time. At the same time, especially given just the nature of this wholesale, highly regulated business, we want all California consumers to have access to the great products we're going to make, and so making sure we're available at other top retailers to make it as easy as possible for our consumers to get our products where they are remains a priority.
Listen to High Rise on all major streaming platforms and watch the visual on YouTube.